G'day fellas and welcome to a casted game. Spawning in the east of the map is Salami 1, and he is going to be playing for us the Deli. And you can see that absolutely glorious elephant in the middle of his town center. You know he means business when he has got this monument that is an absolutely Chad monument, I must say. Now, for anybody wondering who Salami is, I'll make sure I leave a description, or a link in the description rather. He's a fellow content creator, so be sure to check him out. Plenty of good stuff. Now we'll take a look over at his opponent who spawns in the west of the map, and it is Hammett. Hammett is going to be playing the French. So yes, it's one of those guys, roll your eyes, all that good stuff. And we are going to be seeing, I suspect, a few elephants today. For anybody who doesn't know about the Deli, let me just tell you. They have elephants. And these guys absolutely... I want to do like the duck sound. These guys absolutely... Quack. Is that the duck sound? Did I get that? Did I nail that? I feel like I did. Quack. That's what they do. They are very, very strong. So an incredible counter to French. So we've seen this unit throughout the day be a very effective counter to mass knights. So they're strong, they're pretty, and they do a lot of damage with their bonus damage. Now, speaking of bonus damage, we've got ourselves a little bit of a dock fight in the middle. We've got Salami who's getting harassed by the scout. Now, he just needs to ignore the scout at this point, commit to the dock. That's what he needs to do. He cannot fight this scout. If he does, or he's bringing his own scout in, maybe he can fight it. Nice pull there by the villager. Coming up now. Gonna look to push that one back and doing a great job. So now we've got ourselves a dock fight. And so the question is, what happens from here? Who wins the game from here? And I think that's what is the question on everybody else's lips. And look at this little fight that we've got off here. A little bit of a micro battle. It looks like Hammett's gonna actually have to fall back on this one. So he's gonna be conceding the high ground to Anakin Skywalker over here. Actually, wasn't it Obi-Wan who had the high ground stronger? Anyway, Scout now going to be pushing up and trying to drop down a tower, but Salami going to be forcing that one back, so very nice from him. Over towards the base of Salami. There was a little bit of smoke there. I'm not sure if you guys saw that. So he's getting the peace pipe out, and he's having a great time. But now we've got a second scout out, and look at that scout. Did you guys see that? He came in and he brought his high heels. He was going, whee! He was having a great time. Salami gonna be able now to defend. This is huge. We're 2 minutes into this game and we are absolutely like, this is insanity how much this game is going off right now. What the heck is happening right now? Fishing boat looking to potentially get a bit of damage out onto enemy villagers. Not gonna be able to reach, and now gonna be putting down a tower of his own. Looking to try and harass the villager. Gonna be able to do it. Needs to be careful with his own villager though. So second fishing boat going to be coming out now. That scout looks like it might be going down. 18 HP on that. And he actually picks off, I don't know what that was. Was that a scout that just fell down to the fishing boats? Fishing boats doing 7 bow damage each and trying his best. 8 HP left on this bad boy as he tries to kite away from the scout. Managing to bring those fishing boats back around towards, and it looks like he's probably going to get this down right at the end. Fishing boat's gonna get another kill. Oh, 2 HP on that one. Oh my lord, he's gonna regen back up, but now moving back in. He's gonna have plenty of time to get here. And ladies and gentlemen, we have got ourselves a little bit of a fight on our hands as the villager tries to go for a poke. And look, the outpost is gonna get up first. If his outpost gets up first, he garrisons his villager inside the outpost. He secures the forward. He sticks both of these units in the outpost. You can't get that up. French losing the water right now. French not looking pretty. 3 fishing boats turning on the fishing boats of his enemy. Look how much damage they do. Villagers gonna be lost right now to the Deli fishing boats, and Deli demonstrating some insanity right here as that villager literally just evaporated in that puddle. Holy crap, we have got ourselves a game, children. What a game was, cancelling now. He actually cancels the outpost and drops down a barrack, so the fishing boats can go back to their job, but he needs to kill this. He needs to kill this. This needs to die. Okay, and the reason why is because if he gets up to the second age, Hammett gets up to the second age, French is going to get a Hulk out, and then basically ruins everything. Okay, but Salami has actually played this incredibly well. I am so impressed with how Salami played it. Honestly, I don't think you could have played it better. He baited perfectly. All the way to the beginning, okay? There was a scout on his villager. He brought the villager up to the north. Used it to come and enter into that fight. Then beginning to drop his outpost, it was delayed, but he knew, I can delay it by taking out the villager of my enemy. Bringing them back towards the safety of the fishing boats that only the Deli have got access to. Even though it's not a lot of damage, it's 7 damage, and that's more than 0. So this is insane. Like, I am so impressed by this game already from Salami. So incredibly good stuff from him. We'll take a look over at the French base. We'll see exactly what we've got going on. We don't actually have any age up in queue just yet. We're at 4 minutes 50, so this has been a pretty early battle, but Salami should be fine to actually secure this water. The only thing he needs to do is make sure that the French don't get any access to this water. Now, one thing to note that with this water, so we are playing on Danube River. I don't think that's how I pronounce it correctly. I think it's Danube or something like that, but one thing to note is you can't actually go past these bridges. Okay, so these bridges here, you cannot get under them. You cannot get any fishing boats through here. You can obviously go over them with land units, but fishing boats, hulks, any kind of unit is not going to be able to get through there. So now we actually see Hammett going for a dock here on the north side. And that's the right decision if he wants to fish. But if he wants to contest water, that is not going to be possible for him. He needs to get this dock on the other side, the south side of this bridge. And now that dock going to be going down. So already a huge lead coming over to Salami this early in the game. And you can see the fishing boat trying to get underneath that, under that bridge and realizing, hold on a minute, I can't do it. So still Hammett going to be doing that, adding that dock. And now coming back up the fishing boat. I mean, it doesn't really do a lot at this point, but I think Salami just wants to clear the water and prevent any sort of line of sight happening from his opponent. So now going to be taking that out. So 4 villagers going to be going up with the School of Cavalry, and that is a pretty standard opening from here. Already adding in a second lumber camp, so really Salami just demonstrating the early prowess. So it really showing that you know, the Mongols, they are normally typically believed to be the strongest at early water, but I tell you what, after watching that, I got a feeling it might be Delhi. That was insanity. So we'll take a look over at his base. He's going to be going up with the Dome of the Faith, 6 villagers on that, looking to get up super duper fast, adding a second barracks in here as well. C is also going to be adding a mosque in here. No villagers on it at the moment, but he does obviously have... Ooh, he doesn't have his upgrades yet. Ooh, Salami making a bit of a mistake. That's all right, though. It's not a very important upgrade. I think it pays off at about 36 minutes, so missing out on that, it's not a biggie. It's not a biggie, I'll give you that. So Salami's actually got really good line of sight on this middle area. So one of the things that Hammett would or should do if he wants to contest this water is actually look to expand out over this way. But now towards the base of Hammett, he's going to have a bit of a difficulty as his only gold mine that he's got access to is going to be going down, or at least the villagers on it are. 2 HP left on that one. And we've got the School of Cavalry now that's beginning to build Royal Knights and forcing him to drop an outpost here. A very nice cause of action right there by Salami. And we do indeed have that dock coming down. I talked about this earlier, but Salami actually popping... How did he spot this out? Is he patrolling here? Salami just on the ball right now. So his opponent obviously realizing that this fishing boat couldn't go under here. So as a result, it would mean that he wouldn't be able to neutralize with this dock. And then he's gone for an expansion over here, but Salami's just gone for the old one too, and he's found him. So really well played already. Salami looking impeccable at the moment. For anybody wondering, Salami is quite a good player. So I think at the moment, sitting inside the top 50, it really wouldn't surprise me. Hammett himself also a very good player. So both of these players, very respectable ratings. And this is an insane opening, I would say, for Salami. He has played this perfectly. And you know what's wild? You guys want to know what's absolutely wild? Even if you play perfectly against French, I've done this many times, you still may not win. And it is a very frustrating thing that you have to deal with when you're playing against the French. You cannot make any mistakes. You have to be literally flawless against the French. You make one mistake and they will catch you. That is the problem when you're playing up against French. It's just they're very, very good at it. And speaking of mistakes, now we've got Hammett moving out with a few Royal Knights. And look at Salami. He spots it coming in and he's like, no, you're not coming through. You're not coming through. Don't even try it. Don't even try it. Go back to where you came from. Salami just all over it. Like, just so cognizant of this and just not even hesitating. Just pulling the fishing ship straight away. Doesn't really muck around, but now going to be heading up towards the north. Salami got to realize, if Salami spots this, he's going to kill these villagers easily. There's no way this dock gets up if Salami's paying attention. Salami's not paying attention, though. Salami's not paying attention. This dock is going to get up. And if this dock gets up, Salami may actually lose water here. This dock's getting up, baby. It's getting up. Sorry, Salami, you're a little bit too late. You fell asleep at the keyboard at the wrong time, my friend. And now that dock has gotten up. He's going to try and snipe out that villager, but it looks like he's gotten here just a little bit too late. And 5 seconds earlier, and he would have been in a great position, but now he's in a tough spot because all of the villagers get inside that tower. They're going to be doing plenty of damage off to those fishing boats. They only do 7 bow damage, but it's more than enough to one-shot a villager because he does have, 6 of them, 42 damage. It's not more than enough. It's just shy of a one-shot, but it's still pretty strong, so we'll give it to him. So now we've got a Hulk, undoubtedly going to be coming out. And now the tides turn. So I mentioned earlier, you can play perfectly against the French. You make one mistake, which was right here, allowing this dock to get up. You know, if you're not paying attention just for 5 seconds on that minimap, 10 seconds, whatever it is that you need, now you just lose. Congratulations, you just lost the water. Well, at least that's what we think. The Hulk has now come out. It's going to just shut this shit down very, very quickly as we see the winning and the spinning begins. And the Glaven, that's a Simpsons reference. I'm not sure if you guys would have got that, but these fishing boats are not long for this world. With the Hulk now coming out. And there's no real way that you can contest this on water. So despite that impressive play from Salami in the early game, that one single mistake is going to now cost him with the loss of water. He can try and contest this with a Dow, but the truth is, he's not contesting this because there's always a second Hulk that could come out. You're going to have to try and heal it up. It's just, you just don't do any damage. And speaking of damage, I mean, these guys do 7 bow damage. There's 6 armor. And now we'll take a look over at the base of his opponent, see exactly what he's up to. Going to be dropping down an archery range. Also doing a little bit of expanding. Now, this is quite an early expand. He does have more deer down here towards the south, but obviously not doing the best scouting because there was a lot of fighting going off in the early game. And Hulks are definitely a strong unit. So if you're wondering, like, what's the best way to deal with the Hulk, or what's the best way to... you know, how should we nerf French and how should we nerf the Hulks? The issue is that the French get access to the Hulk, which is strong against arrow ships. You see that there? Lower maneuverability, strong against arrow ships. Every single civilization, you know what they get in the Second Age? Arrow ships. Well, technically it says archer ship, but it's the same thing. Arrow ship, archer ship, it's the same thing. It is literally, they get the counter unit. Imagine if right now, okay, if I told you 7 out of the 8 civilizations can make spears. One of them can make archers. Like that's literally what we have. We literally just have the counter unit to the arrow ships. It's absolutely wild. So there's a couple of ways that you can play against this. So you can mass Springalds against this. You can try and do a fast castle and go straight up to explosive dows. You can even try and go backless against it. But in reality, it's very difficult. Townsend are going to be going down here. He's got to be careful. Salami going to be losing this villager to the Bitey Wolf, and a huge investment that he's tried to get up here towards the north, and it's going to be costing him a huge amount. So under attack in a couple of different angles. So we have spotted out the single Bitey Wolf who has cost Salami a huge amount of time. He's going to need to send a new villager out there to get that Townsender down, or just cancel it altogether, as now we see 11 villagers looking to move out towards this. Has Salami realized yet? I don't know whether Salami's realized. Salami in a difficult spot now as a transport ship coming out and looking to bypass the walls of Salami. So keep in mind, he does have walls up around his area. He's walled himself in completely. He's got walls up over here. He hasn't actually walled in this crossing because, well, he knows about the crossing, but he just hasn't walled it in yet. And now looking to bypass the walls of Salami and going to get him behind his base and really look to secure a victory here. Put a nail in a coffin when he's already won the water like this. So I really feel bad for Salami, considering how well he played at the beginning, to just miss that one single thing. It's so frustrating. It's so frustrating. But now that fishing boat going to be coming out, going to be sacrificing itself. A single outpost here for Salami. You can see his line of sight is actually quite decent. This town center still sitting up here. This should have been up a minute ago, but unfortunately, not even any villagers on the way yet. I don't think Salami's realized, hasn't cancelled it yet. He's got enough resources in the bank that if he wanted to, he can drop a second town center. But he does have plenty of resources, though. That's a huge amount of resources. And now looking to drop some emergency stables at the moment. So he's got a decent mass here of spears, but keep in mind, he can always just fall back. And this is the problem against France, okay, is that that Hammett can always just fall back over towards his Hulk. And sure, he's going to lose one unit here. He might lose a knight, a second knight, just because he's not the strongest of player. But now the Hulks are going to be able to push in, and the Hulks do a huge amount of damage. So there's a little bit of, he's got a little bit of security in this outpost. He's going to be healing himself up, and he's going to be able to continue moving around here. It's a pretty decent spot for him, but once he works down these, he's going to be able to destroy this outpost, and he's going to lose that position completely. Now towards the north, Salami dealing with a bit of a raid. A fair few villagers out here. That's 40 villagers on this berry bush, or on these berry bushes, by the way. So he's trying to get up to the third age. You can see he's really, really committing to this. He has finally cancelled that town center, so got enough resources to drop a second town center down again if he wanted to. And that is, I take that back. He's actually going for House of Learning here. So House of Learning, going to give him access to those all-important unique technologies. And now towards the middle of the map, we continue to see the Hulks of Hammett. They begin to rain their terror. Nice little pick up there from Salami. We'll check back in with Hammett, see how he's doing. Town Center going to be coming up for him. Also going to be going up with the Guildhall or the Third Age, so his economy's looking good. A little bit of a check right now. We're sitting on 50 economic units for Hammett over towards his opponent's base, 44 for Salami. So he is definitely behind at this point. Now, keep in mind that Salami has other forms of resources that he can invest in, including scholars, but at the moment he's only got the one scholar, so not really looking to play too heavy into that gameplay. Some players we do see really investing a lot into scholars. Salami obviously not doing that in this game. He may look to do that later in the game. Now, no real easy access to safe resources at the moment for Salami. So he's got this back here. He's also got these back here that he hasn't actually spotted out yet. Also has access to the hunter that he's got up here to the north, but keep in mind there's a bit of a distance on these bad boys. No survival techniques, no wheelbarrows, so really going to be doing the worst thing that you can do out there, which is long distance. You ideally want to have all these hunts in really close, but it's never favorable, let's just say that much. It can be kind of hard to do. You kind of need your scout in to do it. Need a little bit of APM, and now this wolf going to be picking up. He's had a lot of trouble out on this island with wolves, as the remnants of a town center continues to be looked over by a body infantry. And this wolf is looking to get out on the map, do some damage. Going to be breaking through that wall, at least with his hulks, and should be able to actually clear this one out. Actually, I'm not sure. We can't actually see the damage that gets done. I'm pretty sure it's like 8 arrow damage, and then they get plus 25 versus ships. It's something wild like that. Oh, here we can tell. Oh, it doesn't. Okay, this is so annoying. I can't actually see the damage on this, because if I click this, I can't click into the UI to see the outpost or the tower, and then because he doesn't have arrow slits up, there's no attack damage, but if he puts a unit in there, I won't be able to see the attack damage. It's so silly. It's so silly, dude. This UI. Transport ship out towards the north here. Curious location, let's just say that much. And we hear those calls across the map as a little bit of a raid begins towards the back, and we've got ourselves a scout heading towards the archers in the base of Salami. I'm not sure exactly how these guys got behind here or how many villagers they've managed to kill, but a lot of food being gathered right now for Salami. A little bit of... Is he going fast Imperial? He's not going fast Imperial, is he? Is he going fast Imperial for Hussar Academy? Is that what he's doing? I'm scratching my head right now. I think he's going fast Imperial for Hussar Academy. I mean, this allocation looks like fast Imperial. I mean, it could be Men-at-Arms as well, but he would be making Men-at-Arms if he was going to make Men-at-Arms. You know what I mean? Like, if he was going to go Men-at-Arms, he would have 3 in queue right now. Like, he can afford to make 10 Men-at-Arms right now. But he's not. Is fast Imperial the play? This is what we're seeing. We're seeing more and more the meta. So he's going to be expecting that his opponent is going Springled Knight, right? If we spot the base of his opponent, so he's got this. It's sitting on food at the moment. And it looks like he's just doing a bit of a forward base. He's actually just going Arbalatrier into... I don't know. Didn't we see just archers from him so far? I mean, we've got a couple of knights out here, a horseman as well. But it seems like a curious decision to push in with this few units. One of the things to note is that Springled v Springled, it's never a fun time. But if you can get up to the Imperial Age and get yourself a whole bunch of cannons, then you're going to be absolutely fine. Now, speaking of cannons, looks like these Arbalatriers are wishing that they brought cannons to the party, because they're going to get themselves stabbed as they try and work their way out of these forests. But it looks like archers are going to be going down with them. We'll take a look at the House of Learning over for Salami, and we'll see exactly what is researched. So opting with the housing one first, so +5 population, and then going with lookout towers, and then going into owned blades at the very end. So looking to even get Tranquil Venue before that. Tranquil Venue is actually pretty good. Mosques restore 1 health to nearby friendly units every second. They don't, as far as I'm aware, that doesn't actually have to be, like, they can be in combat, right? If that's the case, if they can be in combat, that seems pretty good. You could even get away with, like, doing forward mosques, if that's the case. That'd be pretty cool to see. Can we see a forward mosque? Market going to be going up now for Salami. And really looking to try and capitalize on his food situation. Let's see exactly what he gets out. Now, keep in mind, the way that the Hussar Academy works, Siege Workshop going to be going down. We can see he's actually trading. You can see he's trying to balance his economy. I think he is trying to get that age up in. Ram's coming in now. He's got to be a bit careful. He's really thinking about it. So with the Hussar Academy, the way it works is it's based on how many researchers you've already got, or how many techs you've already got. And the more techs you've got, the more food you get. It trickles you in food. So if you've got all of the techs, which Salami hasn't even begun researching yet in his mills. it's actually going to... Salami, what's going on? You're playing Deli and you're not researching anything. Am I seeing that right, Salami? What have you researched so far, Salami? Just a couple of texts down here. Okay, you're researching veteran spearmen. Oh my lord, Salami. You got a lot of research to do, my friend. You're getting behind on the situation. Arbor Latria now looking to protect a couple of these battering rams as they try their best to make their way in. And I like the way that he's pushing in with these outposts. He's actually getting Springled emplacement on top of them. This is so good. This is very, very smart. Outpost and Springled probably needs a nerf. I'm going to be real with you guys. 9 range on these? Yeah, 9 range. Like, this is really good, dude. 62 damage. And, like, these are so cheap. Like, a Springled emplacement, 50 gold, 125 stone. Like, it is wild how good that is. I cannot state how good that is. Springled's now going to be coming out for Salami as well. Looks like he decided against going that fast Imperial, at least. Yeah, I don't think we see it coming down for him, realizing that he is under siege and that he's probably going to need to commit to it. Siege Workshop going to be coming out for his enemy as well. A little bit of a forward siege right now. And Salami in a difficult spot, down about 1,200 points at the moment. So really needs to try and get something out. So I think the question is, how does Salami possibly win? How does he hold right now? And there's a couple of answers. I've got a couple of theories, but it makes it difficult because of these outposts. Really, this is the spanner in the works. So my thinking was obviously mass Springled, right? Like, you could ask any question and the answer is mass Springled. Like, what day is it today? Mass Springled. What's your favorite unit in Age of Empires? Mass Springled. What did you have for breakfast? Mass Springled. Like, the answer is always going to be the same to any question that you have to do at all in life. It's mass Springled. And the issue is that this kind of responds to it, the outpost, because the Springled inside it actually is very effective just because of how lackluster Springleds are against buildings. And take a look now, the Springleds looking like they're going to get some pretty decent shots off on the transport ship, but managing to make it out. Second Siege Workshop now going to be going up. Another Springled going to be coming out on the front line, and Salami in a bit of a difficult spot. I'll say that much. Now, my suspicions are that his opponent has switched his guild hall over to gold. Still not. Dude, this guy doesn't know how the guild hall works. He's just continually cashing out. Every time I look at his guild hall, it's sitting on like 20 resources, 40 resources. But take a look at that. He's actually managed to get enough resources to click up. Going to be going with the College of Artillery. We hear it getting put down somewhere. Might be back towards his base. Maybe here it is. Here it is. So it's on the front line. A little bit dangerous to be putting it up the front like this. Ideally, I would have preferred it like maybe back here. Just because this front is going to get cleared very quickly if Salami ever decides to break out of his turtle shell. And he will indeed attempt to break out of his turtle shell, but it looks a little bit more like he's an elephant at the moment. And isn't that just a beautiful... Can we just remark on how beautiful that monument is? The way that he's sitting on that cushion? Like, that is not an archer. That is not... Wow. Wow. You have got to calm down because you are very loud and very proud. Whoa, shit. Don't fuck with the fucking trebuchet, dude. Holy shit, man. Did you hear that? It sounded like a tree from Lord of the Rings, like, hello, hello, I am the trebuchet. Like, you just know that his voice is like, you guys know from, like, StarCraft 2, like, the siege engineer, or not the siege engineer, the, what's it called? The siege tank. Ready to roll out! Okay, sir! It's like that, and then it's like the trebuchet, and it's like the trebuchet is just like the chat. It's like, yes. What can I do for you? The superior siege weapon. Trebuchet actually going to be taking out these outposts really effectively. I hadn't actually thought about this against outposts. So one of the reasons why outposts are really strong, they can actually bust through rams as well. So if you've got rams and you try and deal with siege outposts, they actually like just destroy it. But the counterweight trebuchet is a really smart move. I actually didn't think about this. So Hammett doing a great job. Well, I said Hammett. I actually meant Salami. Salami doing a great job. Now he's going to be able to clean up the water. Now, keep in mind, losing water on this map wasn't terrible for him because there's a lot of fish out here in the ocean, but it's not a huge amount. Like, it's equivalent to, like, maybe a berry patch, maybe 2 berry patches worth of fish or of food. So, like, the equivalent would be, like, this much food, but for a Delhi player. So it's not a huge loss for him not to have that water. Obviously, it's very important in the early game. And now that we're at the 24-minute mark and we're getting on in this game, fish is less relevant because at the moment, Hammett's on 119 vills, right? Salami's sitting on 85. He's got a significant villager disadvantage. but he's not too worried about the water. It's not his main concern. All right. So now we've got ourselves a little bit of a battle towards the north, where the villagers have decided that they're fed up with the shit of the wall. And they're going to have to, you know, if only there was a way that they could have gotten through with a transport ship. Now, horsemen up towards the north, and take a look at this guy. I love this. I love the way that they run. Oh, it's hilarious. Look how fast they go. They are men with missions. There's a fight happening back there. We don't care. We've got more important things to look at, like this guy. Look at this badass run. I love this, man. Every single time I see this, it's hilarious. Look at the fucking way he just... Oh my god, dude. These fucking trebuchets, dude. Oh my god, have you ever heard anything more fierce than a trebuchet? Like... Whoa. They're just so wild. Hussar Academy looks like it might be getting put down right now. No, it's the Palace of the Sultan gonna get put down right now. Palace of the Sultan gonna be coming out. Do we have scholars getting rallied towards it? Where are they? Yes, we do. Scholars are getting rallied over towards this direction. And Trebuchet gonna have a bit of a difficult time because there's Royal Culverin out on the fields, and if there's there's one thing you guys need to know about the Royal Culverin. It's that it absolutely destroys the Trebuchet. I think the Trebuchet did go down. 3 Mangonels out for Salami as well. He's gonna be pretty happy now. There's a lot of elite Arbalatrier in here. But note that the counter to Arbalatrier is Mangonel. So he manages to get one good volley onto this. They're literally all dead. I'm really hoping that's going to happen. We'll see, though. We'll see. We'll have to see. I like it whenever a French player loses all their army in one foul swoop. And can I just compliment, like, did you guys just see that? The horsemen ran through that Arbalatrier mass, pushed them aside, and they just stood there. Like, they had been pushed aside, like, they had been dealt with. And they just continued. Do we have cannons coming out right now? Trebuchets ourselves? No. Culverin doing a one-shot. Now, these guys actually two-shot Springalds, but take a look at this. Springalds moving up into position. Mangonels on the back line. This could be huge. Mangonel shot. Mangonel shot. Mangonel shot! Holy shit! It really happened. It really happened. Oh, my lord. I love it. I absolutely love it, Salami. Oh, you've made my dreams come true. You've made my dreams come true. There was very real foreshadowing right there that occurred, as that is why Triple Mangonel is the best unit composition that you can get. Jeez Louise, Salami. That was nice. Now we see these knights moving out. They've got their +3 damage, so keep that in mind as they do try and fight their way through here, or rather these lancers. Culverin now coming out. This is the 4th Culverin that Salami is going to be taking down. Now, these have been incredibly underwhelming for his opponent. That's a lot of wasted resources. 1,000 resources on each of those. And Salami actually going to be pushing out into his opponent's base at this point and looking pretty decent. So the Springalds on the backline combined with the Mangonels really just make a very potent force against the enemy forces. Like, you've got the Springalds deal with everything and the Mangonels deal with anything. So it's like, it's a great combo. Culverin going to be coming out now. Does Salami realize? Salami realizes, and he shoots down the Arbalatrier that's right next to it. Now he's focusing it down, that Culverin. So really when it comes to the Culverin, just to explain a little bit about the best way to use the Culverin, you need to use its range. Combine it with villagers. So you have your Culverin sitting here, you fire off one shot, you move it back. Then you come back up, fire off another shot, move it back. That's how you do it. You need to utilize the range. It's got 12 range. You don't want to be going up into point blank like Hammett was doing just then. Mangonel's going to continue sieging down as these lancers begin working as well. And now we've got ourselves a little bit of an elephant battle that is going to be beginning. Up towards the north, we've got a castle that's already been secured up for Hammett here. So he's looking to secure control of the north. Going to be taking out that all-important bitey infantry that had a little bit of fun earlier in the game. But the question is right now, what does Hammett do to try and deal with this? So there's a couple of things. He needs to get a Culverin out. But you guys remember what I said earlier on in this game. If he had placed that wonder, or that landmark, right here, which is where I initially suggested, he would be able to get out of Culverin. But he can't get out of Culverin. And you guys know why he can't get out of Culverin. It's because there's 9 or 8 Springalds that are sitting on top of it. So that's what he needs to do. He needs to get out of Culverin. Can't do that. So, I mean, that's on him. That's on him. Needs to get out of Culverin. And I think in this position, probably wants to begin massing horsemen, I think is going to be good, as well as spears. against Mass Springald, you do not want to be going for Knights. They are very expensive units, and they get taken out very, very easily. Elite Lancers now coming out as well for his opponent, Salami, picking that up. Let's take a look and see whether he's dropped down a university yet at this point. I'm going to hit F8. Yes, we do have a university that's come up down here, and he's going to begin researching biology, so looking for that plus 20%, and feeling pretty good about himself when that does definitely come in for free. Now, in addition to that, so the reduction in research rate, he's only got 3 of those. He's got 4 scholars out at the moment. They're all going to be sitting inside this, as a 5th scholar now marches out towards it, and Salami realizes and pops it inside this mosque instead. Towards the north, this castle, or keep rather, continues to keep this area safe, but a nice little wall here from Salami. I love the use of stone walls on this map. I watched a game earlier today. I will say that there was a distinct lack of stone walls, so the fact that we've got these stone walls out, it's very nice, and I love the fact that Hammett is just going to be building a dock right here, probably going to be getting out a transport ship and just dropping off these units onto the other side. A really smart move from him. More elephants now coming out, some war elephants rather, going to be coming out, and take a look at this. So one of the things to note is war elephants don't actually have any upgrades, so no Imperial upgrade. They come out as war elephants, they stay as war elephants. Now, they've got other upgrades that you can get for them, including the battle elephant upgrade, which gives them, I think it's +2 armor, but that is it. They don't seem to have any other Imperial upgrades, because if they did, could you imagine how busted they would be? They'd be pretty busted. So, now we're going to take a look over towards the base of his opponent, see exactly what Hammett is up to. We'll have a look at his guild hall. Got it up to 560 resources, so not doing too badly. Losing a couple villages on this gold mine. So I would like to see both boiling oil and a cannon emplacement out from him. Quite an expensive feat for him to do, though. 131 villages at the moment. And he does actually have those horsemen. We talked about that. That is a good thing. He's also got Arbala Triae out, but I don't really like the way that they stack up. They're going to be difficult against these mangonels. So I think ideally you want spears in this combo, and then really try and be getting as much wood as you can at this point. You've got 80 villages on wood. You've got all your wood chopping upgrades. Have you got as well? Let's check. Just quickly, this one right here, you've got wheelbarrow, so you've got all of your wood chopping upgrades right now. So your wood is going to be flooding in. You need to just drop down in this position as France, drop down like a whole bunch of barracks, drop down a whole bunch of stables, and really stick it to the man. We'll take a look and see how many barracks he's got. He's got no barracks. So I need to see like a whole bunch of spears coming out. He does have these archery ranges with the stables, but once again, doesn't even have veteran knights out just yet. Not that he really needs it. We've actually got Gambelsons as well as crossbow stirrups coming in here. So they're going to be decent, but you've got to keep in mind, these guys aren't super duper effective against the composition. I mean, he does have elephants though, so maybe it is the right choice. And now Springald's going to begin firing off on their Springoldian counterparts. Getting on the back line. Springald's doing very, very well against elephants as well. Take a look at this one. Going to get focused down. Look how much damage gets done by that as we see the horseman getting in on top. And now it's going to have to fall back. No boiling oil coming in just yet, so going to be tough for him. He manages to retreat back, and 196 military population, or 196 population at the moment. But the question is, where is all that army? And the answer is, it looks like it might be in the base of his opponent, as he managed to get that dropship. Oh my lord, did he blow up? He blew this up with demo ships? Is that even legal? Can you even do that? I didn't even know if you could do that. War Elephant's now going to be colliding with the keep as the Springalds try and survive on the back line. He needs to bring villagers out to try and heal these up. You can see this one's going to be focused down. If he had villagers out here, this would be absolutely fine. Elite Lancers going to be trying their best to set these bad boys alight, but all of the elite horsemen are going to be on top of it. And now we see the Tower War Elephants going to be marching through as well. And I think the question is, are these Tower War Elephants going to be able to effectively deal with these Springalds? And they definitely look like they are going to, as the castle does fall. And now the Elephants' reign of terror continues as they begin rampaging like a small town in Thailand with an elephant on the loose. It is not looking good for the Frenchman as his score begins to build, but the elephant mass continues to tremble upon his base. These elephants are ridiculous at the moment. The only way to deal with this, in my opinion, is bombards. You need bombards out, or cannons, as the French get to make. No royal bloodlines coming in right now. A lot of villagers out. I'm assuming he's looking to get this Springald in placement, but obviously doesn't have the resources for it. And we just see these war elephants just cleaning up completely. They're trying to micro away. I've actually talked about this before and theorized that these guys could be an effective counter to elephants just because they've got fast movement speed, but he needs to be splitting. He's not splitting right now, so I need to see like 3 Springalds this way, 3 Springalds this way. Start splitting them up. That elephant finally going down now to all the Arbala Triae. Now, the issue is that the Arbala Triae are going to be made short work of by the mangonels, so he's got to make sure those mangonels get taken down. You can see there is still one mangonel. Sorry for that S. I heard that one coming through a little bit hot. So there still are mangonels here. And he's going to have to be careful with his arballetry around them. Because he doesn't want to experience what happened before that Mangonel making his way out. He's got roller shutter triggers for these, doesn't he? No, he doesn't have roller shutter triggers yet. Roller shutter triggers is a... Wait. Is he researching roller shutter triggers? Did it just come in then? 12 ranges of tile. Oh no, he does have roller shutter triggers. Wait, does he? I don't even know if he does. I'm not sure. The upgrade gives +2. Yes, he does. He does. I'm going crazy. He does have it. Hammett now sitting up at over 9,000 wood at the moment. Anybody who knows anything about memes knows that over 9,000 is a very important number. And now take a look at this towards the north. I really love this. It might have been the cannon that actually did this. Might not have been the demo ships that that blew the hole in this wall. But now the cannon is going to continue up towards the north of the base of his opponent and really try and force that in. Let's fix that one up. And now it looks like Salami looking to seal up control of this area. The sacred site down here. A lot of stone mines, actually. About 4,500 stone. This one's been mined out a fair bit. But if he can look to secure this up, there's a lot of resources in this area. A very resource-rich nation that is going to be built on this land in the future. And now this bombard cannon continues to rain havoc. At least it seems to rain havoc. As it's actually, I take it back, it's just an elite horseman that's raining havoc. And now that Tower War Elephant gonna try and get out. Speaking of Tower War Elephants, is there a lot of Tower War Elephants here, or is it just me? That's 8 Tower War Elephants. These guys are upgraded. They got their +2 defense. That's a lot of Tower War Elephants. I'm gonna just quickly check. We're gonna check on the blacksmith. He does have upgrades available to him. He's not yet researching them. But that bombard gonna continue. Where did that bombard go? Did it just get sieged down? I think he was looking for buildings to kill and managed to find this one. So Hussar Academy still out training elephants every... How long does it take to train these? It's gotta be like 2 minutes, right? That's pretty insane. That's a lot of resources. Okay, so Salah's army now is gonna continue to hold at this point. We'll do a little bit of an assessment. Where are the players sitting at? 80 villages for Salah's army, you know, including this landmark, probably sitting at like 120. Like, this is a crazy good landmark. So I've talked about this landmark before. Why is this landmark so good, Drongo? That's a great question. I'm glad that you asked, random viewer. So this landmark gives you free... it actually looks like it's giving War Elephant. Oh, you can toggle between which elephant you want. Oh, I didn't know that. I thought it was only tower elephants, but essentially, these tower elephants, they're expensive. Okay, really, really expensive. So if we click on one of these archery ranges, here they are, 600 gold, okay, for one of these bad boys. And this guy gives it to you for free. All you need is time. And so you're basically pulling gold out of thin air. It's giving you free gold. So obviously with the French, like their Age 4 landmark, they can make a castle, or they can make this guy over here, the College of Artillery, which you can see it's destroyed at the moment, where it's basically like a glorified siege engineering or siege workshop, whereas this is something very different. And you can see just how fast it is. Oh, so apparently this is just to turn off and on. You can't actually change it. It's always the Tower War Elephant. So maybe it was in the past, but it's only these Tower... Oh no, hold on. Is it Tower War Elephant? Toggle War Elephant. Yeah, it's only the Tower War Elephants. It's not the War Elephants, which are the melee versions. But I don't know about you guys, but I think Hammett might be in a little bit of trouble now as his enemy begins to march upon him with a huge amount of siege or of Tower War Elephants. This is an interesting position, I'm going to say that much. We can see the scores. Hammett is ahead by about 3k score, but I think that doesn't really matter if you've got an army that's strong. So this is where the question, or the conversation comes up about population efficiency. So what is population efficiency? Every unit in the game uses up some form of population. So this little guy down here, the scholar, he uses up 1 population. This knight also uses 1 population. A horseman also uses 1 population. Now, if you put 1 horseman against 1 knight, okay, who's going to win? Well, obviously the knight. So the knight is more population efficient. Okay, but let's take a look at these bad boys. These are 3 population, but look how much damage, look how much health they've got on them. It is incredible how population efficient these guys are, because they are only 3 population, which means for their cost, 3 population, okay, and they cost 1,000 resources to build, okay? So that gives them a population efficiency of 333 resources per population. Compare that, say, to a hand cannoneer. Hand cannoneer, pretty population efficient once again, because the hand cannoneer, it's 240 population. Now, let's compare that to an archer. An archer sits at 80 resources per population. So that is where it comes into the resource efficiency and the population efficiency of the Delhi, and why they're so strong in these late game situations, because their enemy is never going to be able to match them with the efficiency of population, because this right here is 14 Tower War Elephants, which is 42 population, but each one of those populations are worth 333 resources. So you really got to ask the question, how much is that army actually worth? And the answer is a lot. Actually, the answer is Springled. The answer is Springled. The answer is always Springled. We've got the castle that's going to be going down, so now a little bit of a split happening from here. I do like the position that he's moving into, and looking to take his enemy by surprise here. As he moves in with the charge, we actually see he's got Force March going down and looking to get in on top of those Springled straight away. A really nice use of that technology by Salah's army, as he now looks to finish off his enemy. Plenty of hand cannoneers out for his enemy, and doing a great job. We see those Springleds trying to get away. A defensive keep going to be going up, and Spears finally coming out for his opponent, as Hammett is in a little bit of trouble as the elephants begin to march on his opponent's base. A huge, massive elephants, and I've got a feeling elephants are pretty good. I don't know about you guys. Now beginning to march upon his opponent's base. He's having a great time. We've got a lot of elephants in here right now, and I tell you what, I don't think there's any way that Hammett is going to be able to hold this. He's trying his best. These elephants are funneling in. He's doing a fair bit of damage here. I will say, with these hand cannoneers, they do seem like the perfect counter. Do we have one-shots in just yet? We have one-shots in. He's got to be careful. He is getting one shot by these. So just because this looks like a dominating amount of units doesn't mean it is a dominating amount of units. Slowly pushing these forces back from his enemy and doing a great job out of it as he slowly takes out his own forces, or takes out the forces of his enemy, forcing this keep to go down, and now looking to do a little bit of a retreat. It looks like Salami may have overextended, may have overplayed his hand. Those hand cannoneers really demonstrating why they are so strong. I think he probably needs to mix in a few mangonels at this point. That's probably going to be the best way for him to deal with it. And now this siege going to be going down, getting chased away, and slowly does it manage to survive. The hand cannons firing on it, and I think it will go down. So now going to be losing his entire army. Salah's army in a bit of a difficult, or rather Salami in a bit of a difficult spot, as all of those elephants do go down. So elephants, as you guys know, at the moment are an endangered species. They've hunted throughout Africa, and it seems like the plains of Danube are no exception to that. It's tough for me to see this, but the French have been... Oh my... Are they rams? Are you making... Oh my lord, you just put down a lot of rams. You are serious about rams. Wow. Alright. Salami looking to shore up his position. Again, putting down another keep. Up towards the north, we see Hammett actually doing pretty decently. A couple demos sitting under here. Oh, he's got to be careful. These demos are... Well, this is not the battle that you want to pick, Tower War Elephant. Oh, my lord. It was disgusting. And I loved every second of it. Is this enough? Is this enough docs? I feel like this is enough docs. So he's actually researched the explosive technology, which is bugged at the moment, by the way. And it does a lot of damage. It does a huge amount. You can see actually just how far out it went. So don't put any buildings on the shoreline. Population capacity has been reached. We don't have any demos coming in, but he has got them rallied down towards his position. And mangonels now going to be coming out. I did mention earlier that he would need mangonels against those hand cannoneers, and that's exactly what he's going for. So I would expect to see some sort of springled combination coming out here from Hammett at this point as he continues to push through. Hammett really having a tough time this game. There are a few keeps around here. Just a few, not too many. Needs to get these springled emplacements. Finally getting them now. A little bit too late, though. You guys all know the song JoJo, released in 2001. Her hit single, It's Just Too Little Too Late. And it seems like it might be the same here for Salami as the score begins to build up for his opponent. More than a 12,000 score compared to 6,000 points for his opponent. So Salami looking pretty difficult at the moment. He's sitting on 140 military population, but keep in mind we did talk about it. He has got more efficient population. So if he was sitting on 200 population, he'd probably be close to about 300 just with the resources that he's got. But we'll take a look and see whether we've got any demos coming out. Nothing just yet. Hammett doing pretty well, dropping down a lot of military production buildings at the moment and doing a great job here. You can just see, and he's actually got a whole bunch of barracks. Remember I talked about this earlier? I said he needs to have a whole bunch of barracks. This is what it needs to look like. Really, really nice job by Hammett at this point to have this many barracks out. Also got elite spearmen in now, but only got the +1 range upgrade. Needs to get that one up. Those are rookie numbers. Sacred Sight has been neutralized as well. And I think this is a very difficult spot for Salami. Mainly because this composition is very difficult to deal with. So, hand cannoneers plus spears, this is a notoriously difficult combination to deal with, unless you've got mangonels. The mangonels destroy a huge amount, about 4, not a huge amount, but they get a lot of damage out. We don't have boiling oil just yet either. Don't get any more shots off, so mangonels were on the front line. They didn't back out enough. It looked like a Craigasm right there, but unfortunately, it wasn't enough. And now towards the north side, it looks like we've got Hammett, who's going to be sealing up that all-important Sacred Site, looking to get that nice little trickle of gold. Have we got any trade coming in just yet? We do have some trade coming in. 80 gold going to be collected here for Hammett as he begins trading on this north side of the map. There's another trading post here on the south side, so Salami would be able to potentially look at that one, but really demonstrating why the French are considered so damn strong in this game. But let's not take anything away from him. Hammett played this game very well, and it looks like he's going to be able to clean up this position here on the south. Now heading towards into Salami's base, and we just hear all of this sound that you guys hear. This is a beautiful sound. This is the sound you always want to hear. This is the sound you hear when you're winning. This is your population constantly being reinforced by your military production, and that it's such a great sound. And so that's exactly what it is. You can see all of his production all over the map. He's got units up here towards the north as well, not even using those. Ram's doing a great job of getting underneath here. He's also getting boiling oil, or at least it looks like boiling oil was coming in. Have we got... oh my... What the hell is this? This is the world's largest scout economy. Oh no! He's gonna snipe landmarks! He's gonna snipe the landmarks! He's going for it! He's gonna go snipe all the landmarks! It's happening! Oh my lord! He's really doing it! Go, Salami! You can do it, Salami! You can do it, Salami! I believe! I have faith! Go, Salami! You can do it! The scouts managed to get out of the base. They're running towards the main town center of his opponent. Actually, no, that's not the main town center. Salami, move on from that one. He's gonna just siege through it anyway. Look how much damage gets done to these. 20 siege damage each. And now his opponent begins to realize what's happening as a huge amount of scouts begin to barrel down on his base. He's got 78 scouts right now. He's going for the victory. This is do or die right now for Salami. 76 scouts taking him. You thought Ram Ranch was the place you didn't want to go. Turns out Scout Ranch is just as bad. They take it all down. How many landmarks have we got yet left remaining? We've got 3 landmarks remaining for his opponent. I take that back. We've got 2 landmarks remaining as all of the outposts now begin to come down. A single keep has gone down on top of the guild hall. Plenty of units here. They've still got 70 scouts at this point in time. And Salah's army looking like, or Salami rather, looking like he might actually get this. He's got it. One more, Salami. You can do it. 59 scouts out. He's looking to really seal the deal here. Going to be going for the guild hall now as well. Do we have a villager lead on, or villagers on the front even looking to get this college of artillery up? I don't think we do. I think he's probably going to be looking to potentially get this town center down as Salami really looking to seal the deal now. He's got how many scouts are left? It doesn't actually look like he's got a lot of scouts left. We're going to just quickly count them. Only down to 27 scouts. I don't think he gets this up. Look at the villagers healing on top of it. Salami, you're making my vocal cords hurt right now. You can't be doing scout runs like that. That's absolutely ludicrous, mate. What are you doing, you crazy dog? And now pushing in behind this. He's actually pushing. He's got an actual push that's coming in behind this. We've got mangonels and we've got war elephants, tower war elephants. Everything is coming in here. Mangonels looking to make the difference and really try and seal the deal. If we had bombards in here as well, oh my lord, bombards could potentially do it. Salami, you've got this, my friend. You can do this. I believe, Salami. I believe. Oh no, Salami are now finally getting repelled out. The horsemen doing their best, trying to clean up this mess that has been created here by the scouts. Looks like the majority of the mangonels will be going down. Was this the last stand for Salami? Or was this barely the beginning as Salami begins to regroup on the shoreline that once used to be owned by himself and then was once owned by his opponent, Hammett? And now he begins to move up towards the north face, and we see all these spears coming out. Salami really trying a bit of a last-ditch effort there. He should spot that his enemy is intent on catching him and preventing him from coming through. More scouts coming out. How many scouts has he got, and how is he making so many of them? This is ludicrous right now, Salami. I'm going to just count these bad boys up. You got 9 stables out making scouts right now. That is absolutely crazy. Scouts now looking to try and just evade the detection of their enemies. Do we have boiling oil? No boiling oil for Hammett. He could actually get a snipe right here. Is he going to go for this castle? He's going to go for this keep. He's going to take it down. He's actually going to do pretty well as well. This is a lot of units. No boiling oil means he's absolutely fine here. And as long as he's distracting his enemy, he's going to be able to continue to be fine. But now villagers in here are going to be the difference in whether this goes up or whether it stays down. 2 landmarks remaining still for his opponent, and Salami really trying to find a base trade potential or just a landmark snipe if he can. And look at these. Oh, they're beginning to build up. I'm smelling it. Salami's going in for round 2. Salami, that's not you I'm smelling right now. That's got to be the scouts, surely, because that is a little bit spicy, my friend. Oh, you better put that back. That might be off. We are going to need to watch out for that one. But Salami now moving back towards his base and doesn't want to be moving here. Keep in mind there's no snare in this game at this point, and scouts are not going to be picked up by this one, so they're just able to run past all the spears, able to run past all the horsemen. And Salami says, you know what, you want to come out here? That's just better for me. That is fine because it means you're not in your base. Speaking of in his base, what landmarks do we have left? Needs to get this school of cavalry repaired up. Needs to get it okay. But what are the scouts doing? What is going on right now? Now we see hand cannoneers also coming out. Salami really like putting it in as what just happened there? That was a little bit of a lag as we almost got taken out there. But now going to be taking out battering rams with his scouts. And so many scouts in here. No, oh my, 94 scouts. He's still making scouts. He is still making scouts. He's got wild amounts of Tower War elephants coming out as well. 98 scouts. Does he get... He gets it. He's at 100 scouts. We are at 100 scouts. He is going for the snipe. He is going to do it. I can smell it. It's going to happen. His enemy knows it's going to happen. Salami looping around towards the north of his enemy's base. Salami looking to finish the game right now. Is this the dream? Is this it? We're going to follow along as Salami begins to enter towards his opponent's base. 100 scouts in the back of the showers at the Scout Ranch, and they look to get through these tree lines, heading through the base of his enemy. His enemy's got absolutely no walls up, and there's a little bit of a blockade here, a little bit of a bottleneck, but don't worry, everybody got through. We're okay. School of Cavalry still yet to be repaired. Town Center, it looks like it's going to be the one that gets taken out as he heads in through past the towers and right-clicks that Town Center, looking to get a surround on there. He needs to get everybody in there. Everyone needs to get around. He's got a Town Center. He's got a Guild Hall that he needs to take down. Both of these are going down. We actually see it's going down pretty quickly. Do we have any boiling oil research just yet? We don't have boiling oil for this castle, as now we do have our landmark snipes coming through. It might be a good game that gets called right here. It's less than 30 seconds before these Town Centers go down with these spears in. The villagers are trying their best to heal up the Town Center. I can barely talk right now. This is absolutely ridiculous, Salami. Why are you making me do this? Why are you making me do this? Good game is going to get called as the last player taps out, and Salami is victorious. What a game. What a fucking game, dude. Holy shit. Oh my lord, Salami. Look at the score, dude. You're down 7k score and you just go and cheekily snipe his landmarks like that. What a game. Oh, I'm exhausted. How you do me like that? I'm dying right now, Salami. If you're watching this on YouTube, check out Salami's content. I gotta go lie down. Wow.